Okay, I know I used to make videos about my Airbnb, especially in 2023 and 2024, and that's kind of stopped. And to be truthful, it's just because I've completely lost faith in Airbnb as a platform for hosts. I get really frustrated. I got really frustrated with them, especially last year, and I'll explain why. But I also just feel like, in terms of the way my property is treated by guests, I feel like the caliber of guests has also just gone down. I don't know if that's just like for my property, but I'm getting guests that just have broken furniture. And for example, I've had an armchair broken. I've had them throw parties when they weren't supposed to, and so there's just like literally like stickiness covering all these surfaces and the floor. And I've had someone break my dryer. Like, there's a whole like dent in the dryer drum. And I've had like a guest review me low. For me, like, anything less than a 5-star is low, because you only get Superhost over 4.8. So literally even getting a 4-star will drag down your rating a lot. And then you lose your Superhost status. But I got my first 3-star review because this was last year, and it feels like such first world problems. But when you're relying on Airbnb so heavily to, like, for me, I moved out of my house and put it on Airbnb. So that's like what's basically, I don't use it really to make money. I use it now just to cover the mortgage on it. And so any money I make just goes into like a repair and maintenance fund to like keep the property up. So like, big expenses in the future and stuff. I'm not trying to like get rich off of my house. Anyways, all that to say, I forget where I was at with that. Oh my God, I lose my train of thought so much. So I don't even know where we're at. But for example, this was my last straw with Airbnb. Was that last year? I had a guest come, her and like, there's like 3 people there. They stayed for 3 days. And an hour after she checked out, she left a 3-star review. And mind you, I've never had a 3-star review before. So I literally was like, what the hell? So I went and read it. And she said that the main reason she was giving a 3-star review was because the gas stove didn't work. And I was like, I've never had like the burners on the stove. And it's 5 burners. So I was like, okay, this is major. But because she left the review so quickly, my cleaning lady was still in the property. And so I was like, can you check all the stove burners and send me a video of if they're working or not, because I'm trying to figure out what she was talking about. And the cleaning lady literally turned them all on the video. It's like where you like have the knob and you press it and it makes a clicking noise and then it ignites. Every single one turned on, and she turned it up to the max, and they were like, so I took that and went to Airbnb. I've had a situation like this. It wasn't about a gas stove. I honestly forget what it was about, back in 2023. And so I'm expecting, like, if you can prove that something in the review is like categorically false, in the past, Airbnb would be like, okay, we'll like take that down because it's like not a true representation of your property. So I sent them the video, was like, hey, she says the gas stove burners aren't working. I don't know if she's never worked a gas stove before, but here's the video proof that, they work. And they were like, sorry, it's her representation of her stay, and she's allowed to say the gas stove didn't work. And I was like, okay, so I got a 3-star review for gas stove, for the gas not working, but it did work. So I'm confused, as like, they're like, well, you can respond, and like your overall rating is still, in the 4s, and anything above a 4-star is good, which is like not true. Have you ever booked an Airbnb that's like below a 4.5 before? I have not. I've never even really booked anything that's below like a 4.7. And that's the thing, as a superhost, you're only a superhost 4.8 or above. So them trying to tell me that anything above a 4 is good is not true. Also, when you go in your rankings, and as soon as you get a lower rating, like even a 4-star, but specifically a 3-star, I went to my search rankings, because you can see your search volume, and I could tell that my property had dropped from being one of the top ones to farther on the page, because the impressions tanked as soon as that review went live. And I was like, I'm seeing it have a real effect on my property, and they're sitting here playing games and trying to tell me to my face that it doesn't affect anything. So all that to say, that was my last straw with them. There was other moments leading up to that, but I just feel like their customer service, and basically they said they can't take anything down unless you can prove that it was like racist or like defamatory or like whatever, or like discriminatory or anything like that. So like anything out of like, I don't know, like hate or racism. But I'm like, okay, anyways, I get the review process is like a flawed process. And again, like we talked about, they're making their money off of guests, not really off the host. They're only taking 2 to 3% from the host, and the majority of their money is off the guests. So if they want to like implement this customer is always right policy, that's fine with me. So I decided to switch to Furnish Finder. Furnish Finder, if you don't know, is aimed at midterm rentals. So I do like monthly rentals, like a contract anywhere from like 30 days to 6 months or 8 months or 9 months, honestly, and put tenants in the property. And it has been so much better. Like now when things come up, like the tenant is more invested, they have a deposit on the house, so they will let me know. My tenant is the one who told me that my dryer was broken. They had just moved in like a few days before, and the drum was dented in the dryer. And I know for a fact it was someone from Airbnb, but because like not everyone uses the washer and dryer, I can't like go back and say it was a specific guest. So I had to eat that cost, and Airbnb wouldn't reimburse me because there wasn't like a specific guest that I could say broke the dryer. So all these type of things where they say they have this like coverage policy, and yeah, you do get reimbursed if you can prove that it was a specific guest, but if you can't, you kind of have to eat that cost as like a repair and maintenance thing. Anyways, so yeah, so I never, like when an Airbnb guest broke my dryer, I never got reimbursement for that. And yeah, so what I noticed as soon as I put it on Furnish Finder, I'm actually just looking at the numbers right now. So last year, for a 6-month period of the house solely being on Airbnb, I'm averaging $600 less a month than a 6-month period where the house was on Furnish Finder and I had a tenant. So on paper, it looks like I'm bringing in more per month at first on Airbnb, but because cleaning fees take up so much of the profit coming in because they pay you all out at once, that when you actually take that out, Furnish Finder has been clearing me $600 more a month. And like I said, there was a couple, or did I say this? I can't remember. Last summer, it really started slowing down on Airbnb a lot, to the point where it wasn't even covering like my mortgage and main expenses anymore. And that's around the time that 3-star review came in. That was absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's why I switched. I only put it on Airbnb now if there is a gap in between guests. And even then, I don't take guests for shorter than 2 to 3 days now. I don't do like the 1-day turnovers anymore. It's just so much damage to the property. There's just a lot of wear and tear that's happening. The furniture is just deteriorating really fast, and I have to replace a lot faster. That was super long-winded, but that's just my reasoning of like why I don't fuck with Airbnb anymore. I try to get so much resolution. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but it's just really scary to put your all into a platform that like is so review dependent. And when I started experiencing issues that I felt like really were unfair, and like I said, I had to eat a lot of those extra costs of like guests are just 2023. I never had an issue with like guests damaging things, and I don't know what happened last year, but they were just like so many breaks to things. Like, how do you break a dryer, an armchair? There was something else that was broken too. Oh, just in general, just like stained furniture from, again, like unauthorized parties, whatever. I was over it. I have such a better relationship with the tenants in the property now. And yeah, and like you can leave reviews on Furnish Finder, which is pretty cool. But overall, that's why I left Airbnb. If you guys have similar stories, I would love to know your thoughts, because like, are you using other platforms other than Airbnb, and how's it going for you? Because it's crazy out here.